All right, so we are about to use PCM and hammer to dump this express van PCM. I got this. We're gonna do a screen capture on this too. So I have the PCM here. This is set up through a harness, just a bench harness. We have the VX diagnostics connected to the tablet over USB, and basically we're just going to read to the ECM and back it up as found, and then restore the one for the truck on there. PCM hammer. All right, so it's already connected. We can see the voltage is 12 volts. So we're just going to go to Tools and hit Read Entire PCM. And then I am going to put this in on the desktop. And PCM hammer, PCM files. I'm going to make a new folder and we'll call it Express Van. Enter, and then I'm gonna name the file now. I'm gonna just leave this as Express Van 2005 as found. I'm gonna go back just as soon as I finish this video. I'm gonna put the VIN number and today's date, and this should be a stock ECU. It was in a delivery van. I'm pretty sure nobody was tuning on a stock ECU in a delivery van. This PCM has been powered up for a second, but we'll go ahead and let the countdown timer finish up. Basically all that is giving the PCM enough time to boot in case you jammed it in there and hit read right away. This basically reads reads all the information, puts it places it in a binary file, and saves it to the directory that we just put in there. And then what I do also is I save the debug log and the stuff that you see in this window right here all in one, just so I have a complete backup of everything that's in there. Sometimes this thing gives you some nice information that's in here in the in this log. It'll tell you like the OS version, hardware ID. Like right here it gives you the OS ID. I'm not sure why it doesn't always give you the hardware identifier. Now if you look down here, this thing's actually reading pretty fast because we've switched to 4X mode. So if you do this with one of the OBD link devices, it does not read that fast. But look, this connector I bought on Amazon. All right, it's a pretty shitty connector. These little blue pieces did not stay on it. They would continuously fall off. I ended up going to the junkyard, but I'm getting a bunch of connectors off of some original GMs, and I took this thing and popped the caps of it off and put the original GM connectors on it. So these right here, those will be filed in the trash can. They're pretty crappy. And I'm gonna leave this video live on here just so that you can see how much time it actually takes. So this might be a 10-minute video by the time it's done. And this, like I said, this operation, we're backing up the original ECU from the Express Van. And then I'm gonna write the 2005 GMT 800 flash from the truck to this ECU. And we're gonna go give it a try. PCM Hammer is an open source software, and it is, I like it. You can read the files in PCM Hammer with the VX diagnostics, and you can load them up in Tuner Pro and do any editing that you want to do. We will, I do have an HP tuners on the way. The bad thing about HP tuners is if you plug into, say we went and got to the junkyard and we went and got this ECU out the express van. If we wanted to plug in and say we're going to copy E85 out of this ECU, you pay a $50 licensing fee. If you wanted to copy that to the ECU that's in your current vehicle, you pay a $50 licensing fee. If the ECU in your vehicle blows up and you got to go to the junkyard and get another ECU, you got to pay another $50 licensing fee. I really wish that HP tuners would come up something for a DIYer. They got to do something better than that. I mean, for the shops that are sitting there and programming a bunch of ECUs and using it commercially, yeah, that's great. Charge them $50, make your money back on it. But for the everyday Joe, that's really kind of shitty that you got to sit there and keep licensing software. I mean, you paying $400 and some odd for the programmer. Sell a programmer that's a little bit more expensive. Charge me $1,000 for the programmer and give me unlimited rights or something. It's just cost prohibitive to license a whole bunch of HP tuner flashes, unless you're actually selling the tunes. And what I'll do is I'm probably going to let the read take as much time as it normally takes, and then I will speed up the write so that this video isn't drastically too long. I'm pretty sure everybody don't want to sit here listen to me talk, but it's pretty simple to use PCM Hammer. So it's about done. We got 98%. It's going to go through and it's going to verify the flash. It's going to basically look at the file that it's saving, and then read over the ECM, or excuse me, read over the PCM again right quick and verify that it got all its data correct. All right, so it clears the trouble code, saves the file. Then we're going to go up here and we're going to go save results. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put this in the desktop, and then PCM Hammer, PCM files, Express Van. And again, I'm going to go back and match all these file names off camera. All right, debug log. And the same thing, we're gonna sit there and put it in desktop, PCM Hammer, PCM files, and Express Van, and then save that. Alright, so we're gonna go up, and then we're gonna go to, this is the flash, my as found on my GMT 800. Continue. Alright guys, I'm gonna speed this up, and we'll get back at you when the write is done. All right, so the flash was successful, and I'm gonna scroll up in here. this is how closely we matched these PCMs. So everything right here was all the same. The only thing that was different was this right here. So this is probably maybe some shift points in the transmission, probably the gas tank, things that make the GMT 800 different from the express van. But everything else between the ECM and the V6 GMT 800 and the express van was the same. So let's go stick this in the truck and see if it starts. All right, guys, it's dark. We're outside. We got to kill the mosquitoes. So I'm going to go ahead and kill the mosquitoes and then get the PCM put in the truck, and we'll fire it up. I won't bother you with that. I just wanted to show you what we got to do in South Louisiana before you do something outside. All right, we got the PCM from the express van in there. There's been flashed to the truck. And let's be sure the radio's turned down before we get a YouTube copyright. Let's see how it works. Well, all right, I'm gonna let it warm up, let it do its little idle thing, and I'll get back to you if it actually solved the problem or not. So, the check engine light still flashes at me. Evidently there's something else wrong. Maybe it's in the harness, who knows where it's at. It's probably still running on 2 cylinders. But as the parts come in, we'll continue with the LS swap. I thought this was just going to be a band-aid to get it done. Evidently not. So this will be the end of the V6 videos, and everything from here out will be pertaining to putting in the LY5.